The QR Code Notebook from Glowdive is a system that allows you to control your GoPro underwater instantly by simply placing QR codes in front of the camera. It is intended for both beginner users with little knowledge of imaging and simple GoPro equipment who want to take home high-quality memories, as well as for more advanced and professional users, with complete equipment including multiple lenses and lighting, who want to get the most out of their camera. The notebook contains 42 codes that allow complete control of the GoPro. Users can individually adjust parameters such as exposure compensation, white balance, frames per second, resolution, shutter speed, and more, or change multiple parameters at once. For example, when entering the water, it's important to adjust the camera with a specific configuration that optimizes battery life by turning off certain functions that aren't needed underwater and activating settings that are highly effective for underwater filming. Or for close-up shots, you can instantly adjust the zoom, ISO, exposure, and white balance with a single code that I've found works best through years of experience. Of course, on top of these general parameters, you can always make individual adjustments to further tailor your settings to your personal preferences and the specific scene you're shooting, since lighting is dynamic and everyone's personal equipment and preferences can vary. You have absolute flexibility. For those starting out in underwater imaging who may not understand manual adjustments, exposure compensation, or what Kelvin degrees are, there are very easy-to-use codes that simply provide more or less light or make the scene cooler or warmer. If the scene looks too bright, just use the code for less light. If the water appears greener than what you see with your own eyes, use the code for more blue tones. It's that simple. Each code comes with an explanation of what it does, and they're organized into sections that are identified by icons at the top of each page and also by color markings so that it's easy to find the code you need visually underwater. Some people tend to read more. Others are guided more by the shape of the icons or the position and color of the indications, or the page number. In no time, you'll find your favorite codes within seconds. The notebook also includes a Pro mode, which includes the settings I use to achieve the maximum quality and color flexibility for editing later. For me, it's very useful because sometimes I change several parameters for a very specific scene, like lowering the resolution a bit to get more frames per second for slow motion shots and increasing the zoom for a close-up. When I want to return to my standard parameters instead of resetting each parameter I've changed, I just use the Pro code and instantly have the camera configured again with the highest quality and professional color settings. In addition, it includes advanced functions such as exposure lock, which is very useful for locking the light in a specific area of the scene, such as a brighter blue background, even when inside a cave or with the sun in front and something dark in the foreground that we're going to illuminate with video lights. We can avoid overexposed blue backgrounds. With shutter control codes, we can achieve very dark or completely black backgrounds when only a small part of the scene is illuminated, such as when using snoot lighting, backlighting, or fluorescence images. You'll have complete control over your creativity. There are no limits. Also, for some versions of GoPro, like the 9 and soon the 11, you can lock the white balance at the beginning of the recording to avoid the typical color changes of the water that occur when setting the white balance to auto and varying the framing during the scene. Whether you want to take a beautiful memory of your dives or your next diving trip, or if you are a professional in the field of image, with the QR Notebook from Glowdive, you will have access underwater to all the high-quality potential that GoPro offers us. Order yours online now and enjoy the full potential of your GoPro underwater.